A dream home, hiding a nightmare. In December 1975, the Lutz family moved into 112 Ocean Avenue. Within just 28 days, they would flee in terror, never to return. In December of 1975, George and Kathy Lutz believed they had found the perfect home for their family. The large Dutch colonial house in Amityville, Long Island, was beautiful, spacious, and priced far below its true value. But there was a reason for that bargain. Just a year earlier, 6 members of the DeFeo family had been murdered inside. Despite the house's dark past, the Lutz family moved in, bringing their 3 children and high hopes for a fresh start. At first, life seemed normal, but soon, the house began to reveal its secrets. From the very beginning, the Lutz family felt something was wrong. Cold spots appeared throughout the house, no matter how high they turned up the heat. Strange odors would drift from room to room, vanishing just as quickly as they appeared. At night, George began waking up at 3:15 a.m., the exact time when Ronald DeFeo Jr. had murdered his family. He would rise from bed, compelled to wander the house, shivering as if something was calling to him. Kathy Lutz began to have terrifying nightmares. In her dreams, she relived the DeFeo murders. She would see the victims lying in their beds, shot to death, their faces twisted in fear. Her children started waking up screaming, claiming they had seen dark figures moving through their rooms. The youngest daughter, Missy, began speaking of a strange new friend, an entity she called Jody. According to her, Jody was a pig-like creature with glowing red eyes. The family dismissed it as a child's imagination, until they saw those same glowing eyes staring at them through the windows at night. Disturbed by the activity, George and Kathy called a priest to bless the house. As the priest sprinkled holy water, he heard a deep, guttural voice growl, "Get out!" He left immediately, shaken and pale, warning the Lutz family never to sleep in that room again. But the house was not done with them. Doors slammed on their own, windows opened without warning, crucifixes twisted upside down on the walls. Black sludge oozed from the plumbing and seeped through cracks in the walls. George Lutz, once a calm and loving man, began to change. He grew angry, violent, and obsessed with chopping wood. Night after night, he sat before the fireplace, staring into the flames for hours, as if something inside the fire was speaking to him. He stopped shaving, stopped working, and grew distant from his family. Kathy feared that whatever had driven Ronald DeFeo Jr. to kill was now trying to claim her husband. The activity escalated. Doors were ripped off their hinges. Furniture moved on its own. The children were constantly crying, saying that Jody was watching them, warning them they would never leave alive. On the final night, the family heard pounding noises echoing through the house. Something unseen rushed down the hallways. Windows shattered. The temperature dropped to freezing. That was enough. In the early hours of the morning, George and Kathy gathered their children and fled, leaving behind all of their belongings. The Lutz family never returned to the house at 112 Ocean Avenue. Friends later retrieved their possessions, but the Lutzes swore they would never step foot inside again. Their story spread across America, capturing headlines and inspiring books, documentaries, and films. Some believed their tale of haunting was real. Others claimed it was a hoax. But one fact remains. In just 28 days, the Lutz family went from happy homeowners to terrified survivors of what became known as the Amityville Horror. The murders and the haunting created a legend. But what happened when investigators, psychics, and skeptics entered the house? In the next episode, we uncover the investigations that tried to separate truth from terror.